Hi guys, in this video I want to bring you AR Fighters again, and I want you to see how it plays in a large scale, and we talk about how it can inspire you to create an augmented reality fighting or brawler game that can work really well either in augmented reality or mixed reality in a meshed area. So let's start and see how it goes.
Yeah, we have much better detection now and larger size. All right, let's do this. Now we need to enlarge it, so all right. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, oh my god, no, 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 no. No, turn around, turn around.
I know a few words. The reason I decided to try it again and launch this because I wanted to see and feel how it would be like playing a fighting game. I know a brawler game or fighting game in large scale, and try to imagine how it would be like playing such a game in different environments or maybe in mixed reality. So I needed like to do it to get some inspiration. Now, seeing this type of game playing in large scale actually made me imagine a few things. For example, playing a Pokemon style game with martial arts, for example, and unlocking different characters, each one with its own unique martial art moves. Now, imagine being at the park with friends and inviting them to play. You know, we can play not just 1 versus 1, you can play like a tag match or even 3 versus 3, depends how many you are in the park. I also thought about, how this type of Smash Bros game is going to feel like if you play it in augmented reality or maybe on the Magic League 1 in mixed reality, where you can position the fighters on real world surfaces. And just for example, imagine a fighter being on top of the table and you just push it out of the table and it gets damage from falling. Now, Air Fighters, this game that I'm playing now, feels more like a Street Fighter, but of course, it's just a simulation. So you can progress and get a score or anything, and you can win, you can lose, but there's nothing more to it. I don't know if you can actually win. You can win fights and progress, but eventually you fail. I failed. And what I also really liked about it is that no guns. You can just do martial arts, and it's so much fun. Kicking, boxing, jumping, and kicking, special moves, and of course, but you need to make it more interesting. You need to cover different martial arts, not just focus on one. And I can definitely say that there is a room for such game in augmented reality and mixed reality, whether you're playing it on a mobile phone or with AR glasses. There's a place for this game, for martial arts fighting type of game. I'm pretty sure that soon enough we're going to see a more full game. Something that you have progression, you can play online with other people, against other people, with comparative and competitive aspects. Right now, there are plenty of those little era games, but none of them feel complete or exciting too much to play. They're more like a demo. But I do recommend you to try this out, especially developers who want to get inspired by this type of game and want to see, how a fighting game feels in AR. And I think this one can be a good example for a good start of how you can implement this type of fighting mechanics in a game, how it feels, what to improve, what to change, which path to take when you're developing such a game. But of course, it's going to be more complicated, but especially if you want to integrate some different martial arts moves, because you need to make different animations that aren't necessarily out there, maybe on the 3D market, and maybe you need to create your own. It might be more difficult to execute. Now here I'm using a large scale of the game, but you can think about a fighting game that takes place, on a smaller size, maybe on the table in the living room. Let's imagine a Smash Bros. Game taking place in mixed reality in your room. You scan the couches and the floor, and then you just put 3 characters, and you and your 2 other friends are fighting against each other, jumping from one couch to the other, throwing items against each other, and just each one has its own unique move and capabilities to adapt to different types of surfaces. You can maybe crawl a surface up, if you have a certain character that knows how to climb. You can jump up and down. And so many things can go really really crazy in this type of game when it takes place in a mixed reality environment, when the level is actually a meshed copy of the physical objects in your private space. You can also add some hazards and very unique physics-based obstacles that just cover the area of the living room. So you can make it procedurally generated, so it actually matches the type of topography of the mesh that is scanned in your room or anywhere you decide to play the game. Let's imagine you want to play against like 5 of your friends locally. So you can do this, and you can actually, the game will require you to scan a larger area, maybe the entire living room, I don't know, in order to be able to play against your friends. You actually create a bigger level, and the game populate the environment with different types of items and obstacles and other stuff to make it more interesting and exciting to play. So yeah, I'm actually playing on a surface, just a surface. So it's still fun. It's still fun. I really enjoy it because of the crazy moves. But I wanted to have something that I can kick someone and throw it out of the of the surface, or maybe make it like stuck when I just jump and kick. His back is stuck against a wall or something. But you like the game to adapt to different types of environments. For a meshed environment, you probably want to try out not just to stay loyal to real world martial arts, maybe make something more sci-fi or crazy, allow people to flow in the air, something crazier that you can stick to the ceiling, for example, like a spider. For example, imagine a character like Spider-Man who can just jump from the floor to the ceiling, just walk on the ceiling. One character that can have a really fast jump. It can jump from one couch to the other side of the living room. Something like that. Something crazy that can really feel good when you play it in mixed reality. Just imagine this fighter, instead of just staying on the floor, jumping up in the air and landing down and dealing damage and stunning the enemies. Something cool. So this can be really, really nice. I really like, by the way, that even the single jump and kick was really cool to execute. And I'm sure that if you create more crazier moves, it will be even more exciting to play. So yeah, download AR Fighters and try it out. I hope you get inspired by it. And I hope in the future we're going to have like a really cool fighting game in augmented reality or mixed reality, whatever you bring. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And I see you soon. Bye guys.